y'all, and welcome to the Chroma side of YouTube. Today I'm super excited. Do you know why? Because we're going to talk about Peerless Transparent Watercolors by Nicholson. This is the bonus pack. This is basically all the colors that they offer. These were sent to me by the company themselves, and I reached out to them because I was very interested in their product, and I actually asked them if I could do an unboxing of a subscription box that I had purchased from them with my own money, and they said they would love for me to do that and that they would send me some paints. So of course I purchased the subscription box for next month so that I could do that unboxing for you all, but they went ahead and sent me these paints so that I could go ahead and get the ball rolling on the review. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. That's why I wanted to go ahead and open this pack, because every pack comes with a list of the colors that are inside and also a little history about the creator and also the product themselves. So this technology, they were developed in 1885 by Charles F. Nicholson. And after many years of chemical research, he developed this self-blending line of Peerless transparent watercolors in a sheet form. They were originally developed to color film and pictures and things of that nature. The watercolors are offered in a dry sheet form, and they've been around for over 100 years, like well over 100 years. Now, artists and crafters and people like me, we've discovered them to create beautiful pieces of artwork. Now, they come, if you buy them by the sheet, they come in a sheet that's this big. It's about the size of my hand. That is a lot of watercolor, you guys. That's a lot of paint. I have, in my possession, I have the Pretty in Pink pack. I have the Fall Collection pack. They all have different papers in there. I don't know how many doubles are in each of these. This is the very first time that I'm opening them. I also have the Jane Davenport collection, which I'm super excited about. You guys know how much I love me some Jane Davenport, y'all. I have the Jane Davenport collection. I have the Autumn Chew collection. And of course the bonus pack. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this bonus pack. Now, when I show you all of these, you're going to say, that doesn't look like that color. It's because the pigment is so pigmented. These are a dye-based watercolor. So they're not, it's hard to explain, but they are dye-based. So the dye in the pigment doesn't particularly look like what it is. So for instance, the top of this looks brown. The back is warm sepia. This is closer to the color that you're going to get from that. Okay? And I'm going to lay them face down like that to keep them in order. Here's another one. What is that? Ecru, which is a lovely shade of brown. Look at that. That has little speckles in it. And sometimes that happens. Burnt umber. Look at that. Bismarck brown. It's got a little bit of orangey red to it, but it looks completely green on that side. So that is just one pack. I'm not going to go through all of the packs like that, but I just wanted to let you know the Peerless bonus pack, well worth it. Well worth every single cent that you buy. These will last a long time, and just a little bit of water goes a very long way. So I'm going to put this back in its pack here when I get done in just a second. But right now I'm going to show you, and now I'm not going to go through how I do these palettes, because let's face it, anytime you type in Peerless watercolors, there is a palette video on how to make these palettes. So it's out there. I don't want to bore you with how I did mine. I will just show it to you, and then you can, you know, peruse on your own. Two things to know when you handle them. This is why I suggest you make a palette. You see how dirty my fingers are now? That dye will stain your fingers. It's fine, totally washable. It ain't gonna hurt you at all. But, you know, just to keep your fingers clean while you're working and you don't smudge all over whatever you're working on, you make a palette. I have taken a Jane Davenport butterfly journal, and I like these Midori styles, number one, because the leaflets are easy to mimic the sizes of, and number two, you can change out what you've done. And this is how I do my palette for this. This was a tester pack that I bought with my own money after before I even contacted the customer, the Dalton down at Peerless Watercolor. And I actually took the wrapper that it came in and I cut off the names of the colors so I would have them, and I kept them in order and put them in my journal with a piece of acetate that I got from some kind of packaging in between so that they don't smudge on each other. And I just did a little swatch on the sides. So this way, it's laying open on my desk. I can take my paintbrush or whatever, paint, switch color, paint, you know, mix a little color in my palette, paint, and everything's in there. Also, it's extremely portable, and I don't have to worry about getting mess all over the place. I don't have to worry about anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to create a palette for each one of these packs here. Stay tuned. I will record a new video and show you how I feel and using these beautiful watercolors. Hey guys, and welcome back. So I have my palette all built. I wanted to show you a few of the packs that I had received. I had just shown you these, which of course these are not in their packs anymore because I built they're all in my palette. I also received Pretty in Pink palette, the Expressive Face Tones palette, the Fall Collection palette, the Hair Colors palette, 2 metallics, and their complete edition, which this one I really want to open and show you. So I'll put this to the side and I'll get to that. I have 2 versions of this palette. This one I made for my sister for Christmas, and the way I built this palette was I took a round punch and I put acetate in between each one, and now she has a full range of watercolors in a journal. And there's the last set. Now I did this because I did it this way. I made this out of 100% Arteza watercolor, and I did it this way because I wanted some watercolor paper here to travel with, and then I have my colors, which start with black, they go into purple, which I forgot to swatch that one, to blue, to green, to yellow, to orange and brown, to red, and then to pink. So this is also a very good way to do your palette. that's the one of the best benefits to this watercolor is how portable it is. Now, if you don't want all those, that is a lot of colors. I believe we are in the ballpark, I think, of 60 colors-ish. But if you don't want to do all of that, you can get a pre-made travel booklet, which I have played around with. You'll see my watermarks on some of these colors as see that as I'm flipping through, because I've actually played around with these colors right there. And this is a good alternative if you don't want to make your own palette. You get I believe it is 15 colors. 15, yes. So this is a pack of 15, and there are a good array of primary colors in here, so you can mix and make more different colors. Put that back in its sleeve because I already have my palette made out in good frame. I am using my Aquarella Watercolor Artiste Traditional White 100% cotton hot pressed Fabriano paper. It is a watercolor block, meaning that on 3 of the sides it is glued together, and then on the inside here it's not glued together, and so I'll be able to take a palette knife and bring the page off. A pencil, and we will go ahead and sketch out something that we like for watercolor. Do I want to use orange? Yeah, sure, we'll use orange. So I think I'm gonna do another Corky Bird. I learned this technique for these birds from Tamara Leopold, and she just, I love these Corky Birds, and none of them are the same, and they kind of let you let loose. So this is going to be what I'm going to paint this go round. This is another example of something that I painted with these watercolors. I actually very loosely painted this face and then went through later with a almost dried up pen and did the outlining. So I'm very proud of this little guy here. But let's go ahead and start painting and talking about it. like that better. Okay, now I'm gonna call this one finished. Anyway, if you like what I do, please give me a like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And also, please hit up these watercolor paints. I mean, they are fabulous. You are looking for Nicholson's Peerless transparent watercolors. They are self-blending colors, and they are dye-based watercolor papers, which is fantastic for people like me who literally do art out of a bag. I literally take everything with me. So instead of traveling with a big palette, I can actually travel with these little booklets. Either this one that they make for you with 15 colors, or you can make this one, which has tons and tons more. I will tell you that I have multiple sets of their collections. Like I said, they have many collections. I've showed you quite a few at the beginning of this video. These three and the Pretty in Pink collection are what are in my palette. I will tell you this though, where I love these watercolors. I do recommend picking a collection and purchasing that one, and then going back and purchasing the colors that you wish to add to your collection separately. Colors. Now, am I going to use all this paint? 100% yes. This is probably going to be my go-to for when I'm traveling and or when I'm just sitting here playing around. I love the fact that all of my colors are in a book.